Why did you have like a YouTube video that everybody was mad?
Oh,
because you had so this is like was this your first video where people were mad?
Oh, no, I've had many, but it hasn't happened in a very long time.
So what happened?
So there's tons of theories on what actually happened.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you what actually happened.
Okay.
Okay, so people said...
What was the video about?
Firefly from Honkai Star Rail.
Oh, no, now I understand.
Yep, so Honkai Star Rail's #1 internet waifu, and people really don't like when I talk about this.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, it's not because of that. That's not what happened. So what happened is that they say I was rage baiting, which is a term that people on the internet use when you have different opinions.
What were you doing?
Oh,
what did you say?
So I was just pointing out the error in logic of the trailer. That's all I was doing.
What was it?
Okay, so first of all, a bunch of fighting. Okay, so if you were to imitate running, what looks more realistic? Or which one looks more realistic to you for running? Think.
So
Yeah.
I don't think that makes sense entirely because the mech suits that they were using could have a different type of aerodynamic function.
Okay. Sure.
Because and I think I'm right, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I know you do. That's your whole career.
Okay, go ahead. What's the second thing you said?
Okay, so the other thing is that so Sam is supposed to have a translator in their voice to where when Firefly talks, it sounds like Sam. But Firefly very frequently moans when she's in the mech suit. But Sam doesn't moan. Because when Firefly takes damage, she goes, ah! And then when Sam takes damage, she goes, Argh! And it's like, well, then you're not translating. Like, why would they translate a moan into a grunt? That just makes no fucking sense, right? So there's the inconsistency in the fucking groaning. So I was pointing out. I was like, guys, they are not the same. There's just no fucking way. And the next thing is, there is a bug the size of the fucking planet that one of the troopers, for some reason, has to die to get in melee range, to rip off the front of their helmet, to throw it on the bug, to show the ship where the bug is, but on the ship, they already have a big old target of the bug, and then they send the missile on it. And I'm just like, why the fuck wouldn't you just like be like, it's there, or like take a gun, shoot it? Why in the fuck would you ever have to rip off your face to put a targeting beacon on a big bug? Makes no sense to me.
Do you want me to?
Yep, let's hear it, Asmund.
So the way that it would work is you're talking about like this is like an interplanetary ion cannon, right? And so the way that works is that the cannon would probably be programmed to geolocate based off of coordinates.
Of course, absolutely. I agree with you.
And the coordinates would probably be determined by the different people that are there. So, of course, it could geolocate better to that individual person. Also...
But it was only the face.
Yeah, I know that because that's where it would be. Because if you lose the face, the person would die. But if you lose the arm, they wouldn't. So it would make sense.
Right. So here's why it doesn't make sense. So why would they intentionally make a system to drop a bomb of nuclear scale, but that bomb can only be summoned by someone who's in melee range?
Well, so let's go back to Pearl Harbor.
Okay. We are way past Pearl Harbor, Asmund. We're like in year 3000. They have spaceships that people just chill on.
Well, but it's the same thing though, right?
But just get a tracker gun.
Well, no, because at that point, the big the bug was moving around.
It was completely still.
According to the image that was shown.
Yes.
Because it's all 2.5D art. So like it's not full 3D, it's all drawn. So like you're not seeing movement made. But like that thing can move around because it's in the game.
But it's very slow. The big bug is very slow.
Well, yeah, but you could still miss the cannon attack. So if you put the helmet on it, then the helmet would be able to, in real time, track the location.
No, I get it.
So I think that you're wrong.
No, I get that the helmet could work. What I'm saying is,
I mean, who makes more sense?
What I'm saying is, why wouldn't you just make him and shoot it?
No, I think that you're both kind of right. Like Tectone's like, there's definitely ways to avoid this, but it's also like, I mean, I don't know.
And there's also this, we're in the same universe as rocket-propelled suits. So why could we not have rocket-propelled tractor beacons like they have in Helldivers?
Well,
Because
like
it's more
maybe they don't
dramatic
have
for a
one.
guy to
And that is
fucking die.
exactly what I
Yeah.
said. I said, this is an anime dramatic moment. It's an anime moment.
I have to pee real bad.
The
Y'all
other
can keep
thing,
talking.
yeah, we'll fight for a little bit. The
Yeah.
other thing that I really fucking don't like, this didn't happen in the trailer, it just reminded me of what happened in the trailer. People were very upset by me saying this, is I hate when I'm watching shows. Well, this is a fan favorite, everybody loves one. Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
Did you ever see, have you seen Evangelion?
I have not.
Okay, well, so when they fight,
Yeah.
and I understand why they do this, but I think it's stupid as shit. When the robot takes damage, the pilot also takes that damage.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the dumbest tropes I have ever fucking seen.
Well, they did that in Pacific Rim too, I think, right? Too?
They did do that in Pacific Rim.
They didn't?
They did.
Yeah, I thought so.
They
And
did
like
not do it in Iron Man.
Yeah, well, that's because Iron Man isn't a mech, and so it's not as big.
So when he's in the Hulkbuster,
Well, it's still not a mech.
it's kind of
I
a
mean,
mech.
like you're talking about like the Hulkbuster is like what, 12 feet tall, something like that? Like
Yeah.
the mechs are like 100 feet tall.
But I
And,
think
like,
that would work opposite against your argument because if it's smaller, wouldn't the pilot actually take damage at that point?
No, because basically what the idea is that in order to control and have full capacity of like movement, full like range of movement, you have to like merge your mind with the
Neuralink.
machine. Yeah, with the Neuralink. So that's why they're able to use machines that are that big, which by the way, to be fair, doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
However,
Yep.
in the logic of it making sense, if you assume that to make sense, then it does make sense.
Yes. So
Right?
I agree.
But you do have to take a willing suspension of disbelief.
Yes, the Neuralink, I get it. But here's the thing, okay? So they say, so you need to be able to feel the robot, that way you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, once you reach a certain threshold, why don't you just cut off the sensors and just turn off the pain sensors? Like, why would you one for one it entirely?
Well, probably because you can't do that and it doesn't work that way.
Why would it not work that way?
Well, I don't
Hazard
know.
detected, pain sensor off.
Well, because then, I don't know, then maybe you couldn't control the machine anymore because you're not being attached to it in the same Neuralink way. So that's the reason why.
Yeah, but what if they twined it?
You had this YouTube video that didn't do very well.
Oh, the
People
video
were
did great. The video did great.
Oh, okay.
It did great. It was just
Yeah.
disliked a lot.
Yeah, people were really mad at you. And so they said you were rage baiting because you didn't like the trailer.
Yeah, they said I was rage baiting because they disagreed with my opinion, which is really, it's just
Yeah.
like, bro. When I rage bait, I'll like post an image of Lumine and Aether and say, man, this is my favorite couple in Genshin Impact. That's rage baiting. Us having a different
That's the
opinion.
brother and sister, right?
Yes, of course.
Right.
But like now we're at a point where if I say anything that anybody disagrees with, oh God, he's such a rage baiter. It's like, bro, shut up, dude. So I re-reacted to my reaction.
Yeah.
And by the time this episode comes out, I believe I'm reacting to my re-reaction of my reaction.
So you're gonna just keep doing this, like basically the
Until
bad
they
takes,
shut the fuck
the
up.
bad takes will continue until the likes improve.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like that.
And the first one
You're
was
dedicated.
the first one was a 40% dislike ratio. My re-reaction's at 75. So if I re-react to my
People
re-reaction,
about to just give up. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
Just let 'em win.
Because they're not right. They are not fucking right. The trailer was good.
Yeah.
But there was dumbass anime bullshit in it. Just like the same thing where like, okay, oh my God, there was so much wrong with that trailer. I get people liked it, but there was just so much bullshit.
I
Like,
don't think it was that bad, man. I really don't think so.
okay, but would you say that there was bullshit in it?
Not really, no. I don't think so.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, so then why, when the guy who got impaled on the spike and then the nuclear bomb goes off,
Yeah.
do you know that when the bomb went off, it cut to a different person by themselves and not just the guy on the spike?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it again and see.
I think that's the problem. Is I critically analyzed it
Yeah.
by fucking frame. And there
Yeah.
was just so much. Oh, Emmy's tired of this.